Now you're in the place. Do you want to start, Rachel? All right, guys, we're gonna get started. Woo! Yes, let's get started. For those of you who don't know me, I'm your Triple Diamond leader, Desi. Or what are we talking?
Just like a little about yourself.
A little about myself. I have 3 dogs that I'm obsessed with. I've been with the company a year now, and we are going to Green Carpet. Everybody, if you can still make time to go to Green Carpet. If not, start planning towards going to Limelight, which is supposedly in February this year. It's seriously, it can change your business. But yeah, that's kind of a little bit about me. I like my dogs. That's my husband, Sean.
I was meaning like when you joined and stuff.
I did. I said when I joined a year ago.
Oh, okay. Are you done?
Yes.
Anyways, I'm Rachel. I signed under Desi. When I signed up, she was the only one in this area, so I was stuck with her. But anyways, I signed in September, and this is my fiance. You joined.
My name's Zach.
Zach. We're getting married in 3 months, actually. But I don't know why I had to tell you that. But he joined like a month after me. Just long story short, I don't know. I'm a double diamond, he's a diamond. 5 months in, we bought our own house and we both retired ourselves. And we've been retired ever since. And we have a kid. We have a son named Carter, and he's 18 months. But we're doing it for him. That's all. You guys want to talk? Sean?
Little about yourself.
When she brought this idea, it works to my attention. I was like, yeah, whatever.
I do what I want anyway.
She thinks she can do what she wants anyway, so I was just like, yeah, go ahead. Just thinking, a couple extra $100 a month. I'll pay for my truck, the new truck, whatever. So just a little extra could go, a long way. But now here we are making 5 figures a month, retired. We're our own bosses. We're making us rich, not some CEO sitting in some office or golfing. But I like to golf. But,
We know.
so I don't know. I'm really happy to be part of this company. It can really help you achieve goals that you never thought you could. I don't have a college degree, nothing, or degree. So I never thought I was going to make money. Nowadays you need college. And here we are. We don't need college to do this. And all of you are one day going to be standing up here talking to your own teams. We're at the top right now, but you guys will be too eventually.
I was kind of not like Sean. I did not want Rachel to do it at all. But she did anyway. And
Aren't you glad I did?
but yeah, I am glad. Like Rachel said, we retired after about 5 months of doing or being with It Works. It's been great. I am definitely happy with where we are. And like Sean said, I mean, everybody starts with the same kit, same materials. It's just how far you want to take it. The more time you put in, the greater opportunity that you'll be successful with it. And like Sean said, you guys can all be standing up here and hosting your own team events and things like that. So we're happy to have you guys here.
Thank you for making an effort to come. Because Desi has like 400 people under her, so you guys are the ones that made an effort to come.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay, now we're going to have a couple people speak. They have powerful whys. Kim and Ariel. I don't know how to say it. Ariel? Ari. Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
My face is going to get red. Nice to meet you too. Sorry.
That's okay. Hi everybody, this is my first meeting. So I'm just going to tell you guys about my why, which is I have a 6-month-old son, Brayden, and a 4-year-old son, Jackson, a 6-year-old stepdaughter, Zoe, and an 8-year-old stepson, Gavin. So they're my why in a nutshell. That's just it. reached out to Savannah about joining because I was like seeing all this, everybody's making all this money. I've been on my own since I was 19 and got pregnant with my son Jackson, and since then I've not even been living paycheck to paycheck. It's been like paycheck to 5 days before the next paycheck, which sucks. And I'm just really, it's like the feeling in the pit of your stomach, like I don't have any money, what am I gonna do now? And I don't want to live like that anymore. I don't want my kids to live like that. Something that's been on my mind actually lately is my kids are starting, I have an 8-year-old stepson, he's getting older. I don't want my kids to start noticing like my parents don't have any money. Like I don't want that to have to be a reason that I tell my kids, well, we can't do that, like mommy can't afford that. I can't do that. And kind of like Sean said, I didn't go to college, I graduated high school, and so I thought that I wasn't ever going to be able to make a significant amount of money doing anything until it works, and I know that it's attainable. And one of the things that I had said to Savannah in the beginning was like, I work a full-time job Monday through Friday, I manage a spray tan company, and I'm a makeup artist, and I have 4 kids. Is this even going to be worth it? Like, I don't have time for anything. And she said, just think about all the time that you spend scrolling through Facebook, not doing anything. You can take that time to post about It Works or to learn about It Works, because It Works is going to pay you and Facebook isn't. And that really stuck with me. So now, like, instead of spending time looking at Pinterest or scrolling through Facebook or Instagram, I'm on the team pages all the time. I'm constantly thinking about new ways, things that I can say differently to catch people's attention. I'm trying to figure out what would grab me if I was on the other side skeptical about the business. It's constantly on my mind. Just this past weekend, I ran out of data on my phone, and for 2 days I didn't have data on my phone, and I'm like going crazy. Like, I can't get on Facebook. It was the weekend, I wasn't at work. I'm like, I can't get on Facebook to post about this. I can't get in contact with these people. So I called my cell phone company and added more data to my plan so I could get back on and do it, because I don't want to miss a day. I want people to see consistency. I don't want my kids to, I don't want to have to be like with my boyfriend, oh, what are we going to do this weekend with the kids? We don't have any money. And be like, okay, we can go to the Dells this weekend. I definitely have days that I get really discouraged. I haven't signed a distributor yet, and that is sometimes like takes its toll on me, but I have to remind myself why I started, which is simply my babies, because it's attainable and I'm going to get there. So they're my why.
Thank you. Now we have Kim Hayda.
Hi guys, I'm really nervous.
That's okay. We're not judging you.
Don't judge. And when I look out in the audience, you guys are so young, and I envy that right now. I wish I could turn back 20 years for my husband and I to get into it, when we started in 2001. My why, to me, is powerful. All your whys are powerful. Never forget your whys. Don't let it get in your way. I mean, your passion that you have for this company, hang on to it, because you're going to have bad days. And there are older people in it like myself, so I kind of pride myself in that, and my husband too. We're starting a little late, but I still have the rest of my life to look forward to doing It Works. Family is a powerful why. A lot of us are doing it for family or for yourself, whatever it is. My why are my 2 boys. They're 25 and 20. My youngest one, he is a Marine, and he's actually getting married tomorrow, so he's home this week. Getting to spend a lot of time with him. But you know what? I wouldn't have that dedication and that drive for my family if it wasn't for my husband, and my husband is my why. And he happens to be able to be here tonight, which he never, ever is home in the evenings to do anything with me. He's off this week because we have a wedding. So tomorrow.
But they're here.
I'm here. My husband and I will be married 27 years this year. We've been together 28 years. We are a very strong team. However, throughout our whole marriage, We've never had night times together. Daytime for me work, nighttime for my husband. Right now he works Sunday through Thursday. He's gone at night. I am home during, he's gone at night, I'm home during the night. So he's a truck driver. He doesn't think it's important what he does, but I do. He drives for Road Ranger, which he hauls fuel. Anybody who knows hazmat, it's very dangerous. And in the winter, it's awful. I'm petrified because he drives. I'm sorry. Don't look at me. He's looking at me.
You're so cute.
I want him to be home. I want him to enjoy grandkids that are on the way. I don't want him to have to leave Sunday afternoon to go to work and then come home 3 o'clock in the morning. And then I get up for work and I don't see him. And then Friday comes along and I'm off work and he's home because he has Fridays, Saturdays off. Those are our days, Friday, Saturday. Can you imagine really your whole marriage? Really, you have just 2 days with each other to build a marriage on. It's been hard. But he's worked 2 jobs, whatever it takes for us financially. And I don't want him to do that anymore. I want him to retire. So no more 2 jobs. I want to retire so we can travel. We can take our kids with us. We can take our grandkids with us and travel and do what we want. We aren't at every beck and call to our employer. I don't want to make money for someone else like pretty much everyone else here does. So that's my drive, you guys. Hang on to it because it's so obvious with Rachel and Desi and anyone else here that it can be done. Just don't give up. No matter how hard it is, please don't give up, because when you get my age, I don't want you to look back 10 years and go, oh my God, why didn't I do it? Just do it. So thank you for, wait, isn't that a Nike commercial? Just do it. Okay, that's not my own, sorry. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, ma'am. Now Darian's gonna talk. If you need me to hold on to your baby, I got it. Okay, bye.
Hi, I'm Darian. That's my Y right there. I joined this company when I was 6 months pregnant, and I wish I did it sooner. Every day, every single day. I had been holding out since January, right?
A little before. A long time.
Oh man. Well, yeah. So it was like, oh, I don't have the money, or oh, whatever. I had an excuse every single time, but yet I was here when I was 8 months pregnant. And I had something called cholestasis, which is where your liver doesn't keep up with the pregnancy, and I was really itchy, and I was always exhausted. I swear I woke up every day feeling hungover. It's kind of what it felt like. So I was so tired, but I still didn't let it get in the way because it is so important to me to be able to build before he got here. I'm charted for Ruby. I'm not there yet. I'm working on it. It's going to be the 31st of this month. It's got to be. So I'm doing it. But just don't make excuses. I mean, everybody's got a life besides it works. Everybody. And it sometimes gets in the way. You shouldn't let it because, like they always say, the excuses don't sign your paychecks. So, I mean, if you've got other things going on, it's okay to step back once in a while, but just don't get too far back. Don't get too far behind because, I mean, you're really gonna regret it. And I don't want to see anybody go through that kind of thing. I stepped back when he was born for 1 week, and I felt like I was out completely. I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta pick up all these pieces and things like that. So I guess what I'm saying is, let it drive you enough. Let it drive you enough. Make your why what's really important instead of the opposite. So.
And just a little, can you just a little bit say like how you make it work? Because obviously your schedule's a little off. You have a baby, but you still, when he's sleeping.
Yeah, I mean, when he's sleeping, I'm on Facebook. When he's sleeping, I contacted 30 30 potential loyals yesterday, while he was napping for 2 hours. So instead of me getting my nap, he got his and I was working, which is fine because eventually we all sleep, right? So I just try and stay on top of things when I get my downtime. I mean, I'll be eating and feeding him and looking at Facebook, trying to figure out what I can do. I watch deer videos like all week because you've been posting like crazy. It's awesome. And Savannah too. She had a couple that I missed and I went back and read them. Those pages are so important to stay connected, and I had to go look for videos to get back into it because I felt like I was so far gone for just 1 week. So, I mean, yeah, it's a newborn and he's early, so he's a little bit more demanding. I mean, you just, like I said, you gotta want it. So, if you want it, you'll find time. Just find the time. Good? Okay.
Melinda?
I'm not supposed to talk about my why. No, that's not why I'm here. I am here to tell you that being a product of the product is really important. I started, 3 months ago as a distributor, just decided with my daughter one day we were going to sign up. And I started seeing everyone's pictures and their videos and the things that they were doing and the things that they were accomplishing, and I thought, I want that. I had a hysterectomy 4 years ago, and my whole body just exploded. My brain went crazy, my body got big, and I had no control over what was happening to me whatsoever. I decided, we've been talking about product of the product, so I decided I was just going to jump in with a triple threat. And yesterday was my official 2-month weigh-in, and I'm down 35 pounds and 8 inches in 8 weeks. So I started, Rachel talked me into posting some before pictures, which I was horrified about doing, as well as pictures halfway through. And it actually got me 2 new loyal customers and a new distributor. Being a product of the product and actually showing that there's results for people that they can relate to personally is important. It was a dry spell for like a month before that. I couldn't find anybody that was interested in ordering anything. So I was getting really discouraged. And those pictures and showing my friends and the people that I've been talking to that I personally have results, and it's not just some random person on a team that I've never met before, really boosted things, and it really helped out a lot. So being a product of the product is really important. It's to be able to show people that we're willing to try something that we're trying to get them to do. Triple threat's like $100 a month. You know, for some of these people, it's a lot of money. So if they can't see that they're going to get results from it, it's hard to justify when you've got, you know, $100 coming out of your grocery bill to go to your products that you don't know are going to happen. So it's really important, and it helped me out.
How hard was it to get the courage to post your results?
Oh, I was hysterical. I
Did
posted
you try
them.
doing it in private
I
first?
did. I tried doing it in private first, and it worked a little bit. But I was hysterical, like crying, sobbing. I was so upset.
But it was worth
But
it.
it was worth it. It really was. I did get a friend that day actually sign up as a loyal for a $200 order to do the same thing that I'm doing. So she's doing all the greens and the ThermoFit and the Fat Fighters, and she did hair, skin, nails, and she's all gung-ho. So it really helped to show them that personally I've seen my own results, and they knew what I was before, and they know me after. So
I'm ready to see Grandma in a bikini at Baby Swim class.
Oh, I don't know if I'll post those. I'll be in Vegas in a week and a half. Maybe we'll post a few of those. But that is my product of the product.
Thank you.
Quickly to touch base on that product of a product, I've actually lost 40 pounds with a healthier lifestyle, cutting out soda and using it with products. I've lost 40 pounds since January. So these products do work. But what I'm actually up here to talk about is Confianza. this is my lifesaver. Before January 29th of this year, I felt like myself. I was fun. I worked with Kyle, Brandon, Alyssa. You know, I was a fun, outgoing guy. And then January 29th, on my way to work, I started getting this pressure in my chest. My arms were tingling, my legs were tingling. So in my head, I'm having a heart attack, I'm dying. I was flipping out, I was just like rubbing my head, pulled over, I flipped out. I was able to calm myself down, which at that point I was like, okay, maybe it's not a heart attack, maybe you slept on your arm wrong or something, I don't know. But I got to work and I wasn't feeling right at all. And so I left work, I went home, I took a nap, and Desi woke me up. And one second, sorry.
It's alright.
For those of you who don't know me, I never go to the hospital, doctor. I don't trust them. I just don't like the doctors. I told Des, like, I need to go. I thought I was dying. She was surprised when I said I need to go to the hospital because I never go, ever. It turned out to be sleep apnea, acid reflux, and anxiety, and it all hit me at once. It was very tough for how long? For a few months. This is July, but so I'd say maybe 3 straight months. Every day I was having 6, 7, 8 panic attacks a day. I just thought I was gonna die. Wake up, think I'm gonna die. You know, just something wasn't right in my body. Then I started taking this morning and night, and sorry, and my life has just completely changed. I don't know where I'd be without the Confianza. My family has an addictive personality. I got alcoholics, drug users, so I don't want to be on like Xanax or I don't know, whatever, because you can get hooked. And I have a what's that word? Personality? Addictive personality. There you go. So I didn't want to do that. So I was looking for something that will help me without being, you know, addicted to something. And that's definitely Confianza. I can't even say enough. It's amazing stuff. Middle of the night I'll wake up and with the sleep apnea my heart's going, so then in my head again I'm having a heart attack. So I get up, I pop these, 2 of them, and walk around a little bit around the house. I might step outside, get some fresh air. 10 minutes later I'm asleep. And before I was taking Confianza, I'd been up all night, just flipping out. I'd wake her up.
The monster.
And let me tell you, waking her up, it's bad. It's very bad when she's sleeping. She has to be woke up. Like this morning, we had to get up early. It was not good. But no, I just learned that if I take this Confianza regularly, I was doing it morning and night. But now, working through what I felt like was causing the anxiety and taking the Confianza and leading a healthier lifestyle, I have actually calmed my anxiety down. It happens very seldomly anymore, but when it does, Confianza, 10 minutes, I'm good.
His anxiety got to the point to where we couldn't even go out to dinner because he couldn't leave the house. Like, it was so terrible. We tried going out to dinner with them, and like, I've never had anxiety, so I would just get mad at him
She
because
get really mad
I'm like, just stop. Like, I truly, I don't understand it. I think it's a mental thing. I've been told I'm not, but it was so bad. We literally couldn't even leave our house. That was another reason why he quit his job, because he couldn't even, like, beside the fact that we were financially stable because of it works, he couldn't even go to work without having multiple anxiety attacks. And his boss was my parents' neighbor, so she would call me like, something needs to happen because he can't even work. It was terrible, absolutely terrible.
Yeah, it was literally the worst.
I think we went to
4 or
the
5 months.
emergency room, what, 3 times?
3 times. I remember one time we just got done eating, and it was coming on. I felt it, and we were driving to go look at a fridge or something. And
Oven.
It was an oven, yeah, there it is. And I just felt this pressure when she was driving,
He was like sleeping in the passenger seat.
and I just like grabbed her out of reflex, like,
Almost made me crash my car.
and I grabbed her arm, I squeezed, and it was, it's scary. Who else has anxiety attacks? Is it scary or is it not? It's so scary. And
sit down and everything because I can't breathe.
yeah, it's terrible. But the main point of all this is working through it and taking Confianza has helped me, our relationship, just so much.
And how did it help when you posted about it?
A lot of people shared my post. I don't know if you guys saw it.
I think it was like 22 or 43, something like that. I know that's a big jump, but those numbers are
23 or 43.
really bumping out at me.
But I had people reach out to me because, I mean, doing research about anxiety and panic attacks, it affects millions of Americans, you know, every year, and I didn't know that. And so I was able to turn Confianza onto a few people, and just, I believe my purpose on this earth is to help people, and you know, that's why I was a firefighter. I love helping people. It works. We change lives every day, and every day someone new turns 18. That's more potential customers or distributors. So every day I have new people that I can possibly help, and that's what I want to do. And with my anxiety experience, I can turn people on to Confianza and use this stuff because it does work. It does. So.
And that's another thing to remember, like when you are talking to people about products, actually learn about them, because you might not know that they're suffering from anxiety, but you're pushing wraps on them or you're pushing greens on them. Like, actually talk to your customers and get to know them. Know that you're in this to actually change lives and not just to get your volume up and promote. You're in here to truly change lives. That's how you're going to change your bank account. You're going to make more. When you're truly trying to learn about your customers and like actually help them, they're going to trust you more. They're going to try more products. They might turn into distributors because they love the Confianza so much. Just stuff like that. It's so important to remember that we're in this for more than just raising volume and raising our checks. You have to truly care about the people that are coming to you.
If you guys, like, I don't know who hasn't ran their first auto shipment, a lot of you guys are new. I know I've had people come to me too saying, like, I just can't afford an auto shipment, I simply can't. Find a way to at least buy one product, whether you're selling wraps, because whether it's hair, skin, and nails, and you help someone with thinning hair, or a cleanser, and you help someone with acne, it doesn't have to just be you're changing someone's life with Confianza or weight loss, like these two talked about. It's really anything, and I just think it's so important to try the products. I mean, I don't use all of the products, but find one you love and then just pour into that on Facebook, because there's so many people out there. Like, I just think it's crazy that he asked how many people have anxiety, and more than half you guys raise your hand. So think about your Facebook, and yeah, that's all.
Thank you.
Oh, it's different on this. Just kidding.
Hello, everybody.
Don't be kidding.
That's right.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
So I'm here to talk to you guys about, well, not just talk about this. I'm here because I do this. But anyway, I'm going to talk to you guys about, actually first, before I go to that, who here is comfortable blitzing? Okay, raise the hands. comfortable blitzing?
Be
Depends on my
honest.
mood, but yeah.
So maybe like 10 people out of about 50 to 60 people. Alright, so who's not comfortable blitzing? Can I get another raise of hands? Why aren't you comfortable
Just being
blitzing,
honest.
Darian?
Well, I just raised my hand about anxiety, and I think it has a little bit to do with that.
Okay.
I get really anxious when I'm talking to the thought of rejection, I guess. Makes me anxious.
Okay. Anybody else?
I've never been a real confident person, so walking up to a complete stranger and talking to them like freaks me out and gives me anxiety. Exactly. So yeah.
So that's what I was looking for. I'm going to talk to you guys about confidence. One of the best ways to be confident in the business is to, like they were talking about, be a product of the product. When you know what you're talking about and when you can go to somebody and say, hey, this does this, this does this. I've personally, I've started using the greens, the ThermoFit, and Fat Fighters every once in a while. I don't like to take them just because I like to eat bad and I just don't want to take them. Anyway, overall I've lost about 26 pounds. I've always been a pretty in shape person. When Rachel got pregnant, I gained like 30-some pounds because Rachel wanted to eat everything. So I had to too. You guys know how it works. From using, all of that wasn't from using the It Works products. I did start exercising and losing weight before that, maybe about 10 pounds. But since It Works, I've lost weight, continually use the products, and that's one way to be confident. When you can, like I said, you can show people that they work, you can tell people how they work, that's how you can be confident and go up to somebody and blitz them. Because that's, a lot of the times that's what it is. It's the reason you're getting anxiety or the reason that you're fearing rejection is because you're not confident in what you're saying. So do your research, be a product of the product. And I also want to talk about being a man in the business. How many are active distributors that will go out, run their business as a man, run your business, talk to people, spread the word, bring people in?
Tom, where you at?
Okay, so
Kim's
Josh?
Wait, and how many of you are active distributors that are here?
Yeah, show the difference between that.
so the ratio is low. So that's okay, because as a man in this business, sometimes the best way that I can explain it is how I had it explained to me. I spoke in a man panel in Indiana at one of our uplines meetings, and there's three steps to being a man in this business. The first one is it's pretty much mandatory. When you are in a relationship with somebody else, when you're married, whatever, you are required to support them. You shouldn't just down on them or whatever. You're there to build them up and
Don't be a Zach in the beginning.
Don't be me. No, I never. Let's get something straight. I never put Rachel down. We just didn't have the money.
You were still very firm with, you're not going to do it because you're not going to do well.
And I'm not going to sign as a distributor.
Just
making
being
stuff
honest
up.
here, he refused to sign up until I signed 5. He completed my ruby chart. He wanted to complete my diamond chart. Think of where we'd be if you completed my diamond chart and not my ruby chart.
Anyway.
Continue. Sorry.
So like I was saying, mandatory to be supportive. The second part is to actively talk to people about the business. Maybe you're bringing in customers, you're bringing in loyals, and you're not actually doing everything. You're getting them interested, and then you're kind of pushing them off over to your wife or your girlfriend or whatever. And then that's an optional step. The third step is also optional, and that's when you're running the business on your own. And steps 2 and 3 may never come. Usually steps 2 will come, but I mean, like I said, it's not a mandatory step. You can't, as a woman, you can't force this on your husband or boyfriend. You need to let them take their time, let them come to the business, because they will, especially when they get to come home and get to go golfing with buddies and you don't have to go to work. So just let them take that time, and then, like I was saying, step 3 is bringing people in and running your own business. So that means you're sealing the deal. You're signing distributors. You're getting loyal customers. You're not just pushing them off and saying, hey, I got this for you. Now here's my wife. Talk to her. She'll give you the information. So big thing, just remember, number one's always mandatory. Support your women, whether that's doing the dishes when they're going out, watching the kids so they can go through Facebook, or do a wrap party, or even if you just tagged along just to be, you go to a wrap party with your wife.
Support.
Question
I
for
forced
you.
them.
Yeah,
Have you ever blitzed a woman on your own?
yes.
Now that's my big anxiety right there.
That was
Going to a woman, a man goes to a woman, say, hey, I got these wraps for you. What do you think that woman's gonna do to a guy?
Well, it's all about approach on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you one of the ways that when we first joined It Works, Sean and I, one of the ways that we had kind of brought to us by a guy that's been in for a while, and they're pretty far up there, John Fisher. He said one of the ways that he started off doing stuff was just to go out and have blitz cards and go up to women and say, can I give this to you? Will you take it? My wife told me I couldn't come home until I handed all these out.
Okay.
So you got
I
that.
can do that.
Another thing is, like, this kind of limits who you can blitz, but say you see somebody that's not in terrible shape, so you can go up to them and say, hey, you look like you're a pretty fit person. I have something that maybe could help you out. Would you be interested in talking about that? Something like that. Another great way to have, not necessarily approach a woman, but have a woman approach you. And that's usually what happens to me a lot of the time, is to wear your gear. Wear it out in public. And people will be like, does it really work? And they're talking about the company, they're not talking about anything else. Yeah, those are great ways to blitz women, to catch a woman's attention.
And you don't always
in the
have
right
to
way.
start with like the rap. Sometimes, like, I know the guys that I've talked to, they've said like, I don't want to do rap because that's like calling a woman fat. You don't have to talk about
Exactly.
those. Talk about the hair, skin, and nails. Talk about like the greens. Talk about all that good stuff. If you have greens on the go, like give that as a sample. Like, hey, you look like a nice person. I'm giving out samples. That sounds creepy. Hold on. I don't know. Just think of other stuff. I don't know. Something you don't always have to do raps. That's the biggest thing. Like, I don't always go and approach people with raps because some people do take that as offensive because they don't know that the raps aren't for weight loss. Talk about other stuff.
I liked something, this wasn't at the meeting that Zach talked about, it was the one before that. One of the men was talking about, kind of like Zach said, doing the dishes, being an active part, whether you're signed up or not, by just not standing in your wife's way. So that's whether you support her or not. If you don't support her, just help her out by doing the dishes and watching the children. Just don't stay in her way, and you could be helping her more than you think. I guess I mean not literally like standing in their way, but like if you're gonna be negative, you're potentially holding your girlfriend or wife back because they're not gonna want to talk to you about it, which then they're gonna probably be down, which then when you're down you can tell on Facebook and then people aren't gonna believe you. Blah blah blah.
Another question for you too. Men are more skeptical. How do you get the guys to change your mind about the business?
I like to show the foreign